as I was walking around, I started getting a little hungry, so I got this 500 won bread that looked trendy, got the pizza filling, overrated in my opinion, but to each their own. Then I went to the Jagalchi fish market, which was quite cool to see. So one of the places that I didn't end up going to was Kamcheon Culture Village, but this place gave a little preview, I think. Alright, Airbnb number 4, third one in Busan. Let's start the tour. Got the entrance, kitchen to the right when you enter, left on the screen at the moment. Toilet to the left. Shower, we've got the general living area, got the bed, TV. Let's have a look at the view. That's it. See you in the next one. Look at this view. So to go on this walk, you need to put this wrap around your shoes, which I think helps to keep the path clean, or whatever the reason is, but they provide it, so pretty simple. Oh, this is freaky. This is freaky. Oh, it's windy as well. Holy cow. Let me grab the rail just in case. Got here just in time. Oh shit. Don't. Oh shit. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's too freaky. Especially because it's windy. Ah! Definitely got here just in the nick of time because it looks like they're closing the place now at 6 p.m. Afterwards I went back to near my Airbnb location and then went out again for dinner. New day, so I wanted to try some of the shellfish that I saw at Jagalchi market the other day because I knew I was about to leave Busan, and some of them I don't think I'd tried before, so I thought it'd be a good experience. An interesting thing is that they sell it on the first floor, and then once you buy it, they'll take you to the second floor where they cook the food for you. And I didn't realize there was a charge to it, which makes sense, but they don't advertise it on the first floor, or they didn't to me. And so just be aware that if they cook it for you upstairs, they might charge you for it. Well, they probably will. Some of the shellfish I quite enjoyed. Not all of them. So this one here was an interesting one. There was more to it than I had thought, as you can see by my expression. Now with some of these, because I haven't eaten them before, I'm not actually sure if I ate them correctly. And you can see here by my expression that it's not quite to my liking. But again, I don't know if maybe I was eating the wrong parts. So using a tactic here, try to cover up the flavor with a little bit of kimchi. Let's give it another go just to see if I was wrong. Nope, still not to my liking. But I did dip it in some samjang, which made it a little better. Alright, off to the airport in Busan, because I'm about to go to Japan. First time at Busan Airport, I think, or Gimhae Airport. So I'm waiting at the airport, and I've seen this TikTok trend where they get the iced coffee from a convenience store, and I think this is the one. I think it's like hazelnut something, chocolate hazelnuts, and I bought this cup with ice in it, which they don't really have in New Zealand, I think. Not as common as they do in Korea anyways. Give it a little sniff test. Smells okay. Pour it into the cup. it was honestly like perfect size. And as you can see here, it pretty much comes up to the brim. I'd seen some people add milk, banana milk to it as well, but I don't think I got the right size cup here to do that, but I would have loved to have tried it. Apparently it's quite good. Maybe next time. Now you'll see me here struggle because there's like a little cap where the hole is to drink from. You're supposed to clip it in. No expectations. Oh, better than I thought. Alright, time to board. We've arrived, greeted by some familiar characters. So after getting my luggage, first thing I did was get my pre-booked SIM card for data. And then I started looking for the train to get out of the airport and to my Airbnb. I had some idea of how to purchase the ticket based on some research I'd done prior to getting to Japan. But really I took a bit of a guess, and fortunately for me it worked out. One of the other things that I researched before getting to Japan was how to use the public transport system. And to use it, you basically needed to buy a travel card. And I managed to stumble across the place, but by the time I got there, which was late at night, you can see here the store was closed. Next thing to do was figure out how to catch the bus to my Airbnb. It took me a minute to figure it out, but eventually I managed to figure it out, which was good. Once I got to my Airbnb place, I got dinner and basically called it a night.
On my rice. So this one was a slightly more expensive one. I think it's because of the sauce. The other one was like a white sauce. I forgot what she called it. It's good. Okay, so this is the first Airbnb here in Japan, Tokyo. I got here yesterday, but I'm recording in the morning because I got here quite late. Figuring out the bus will take a little bit of time, but I managed to get to my Airbnb. I came late enough where I couldn't get a Suica card, so I need to try and get that this morning. Let's get right into it. Let's start the tour. So we've got the entrance, mini kitchenette, if that's what you want to call it. Got a fridge here, microwave. I haven't opened these. I think they're pillows and oh, actually I need some hangers right now to dry some clothes, so that might be good. Oh, didn't know that was there. Got the bed. They're on the floor, which I don't mind. Slept on it last night. It was quite comfortable, so that's perfectly okay. We've got the toilet, whole sink and mirror, laundry. Bathroom / shower. One thing I did find interesting is that the way they turn on the hot water is a little bit different, and I've only got a sample size of one, but they have this little control set here. Actually, no, it's not this one. It's this one here, which you turn on, and I think it helps control the temperature. The other thing is, I think when you turn this upwards, it's the shower head, and if you turn it downwards, it's this tap here. And I think this maybe helps control the amount of cold water that comes through, but yeah, not 100% sure. I wouldn't take that as fact. Just yeah, nice. So I'm here for the next for 3 nights. So yeah, I don't think it matters too much whether I took this video yesterday or today. See you in the next one.
First order of business in the morning was to get the Suica travel card, which I saw the location the other day and I pinned the location on my Google Maps, so I managed to return there and successfully get the card. Next was to try and withdraw some cash from my Wise card. It was a bit of a mission to find the ATM, but fortunately I managed to find it. Then I wasn't planning to go to Shibuya Sky, but I stumbled upon it, but the tickets were sold out. One thing I did read is though you could go to the floor below and just look out a window. Now, no Tokyo first experience is complete without Shibuya Scramble. That's got to be like the classic Tokyo experience. Next up was the Tsukiji fish market, and I got there at a time when stores were starting to close, so I don't know if I got the full experience, but I was able to kind of wander around and see what was there, including this model of a cut open fish. Next up was lunchtime, and I'd been craving king crab. It was one of my meals that I wanted to eat on this trip, whether it was in Korea or Japan. I didn't really mind, but I didn't get the chance in Busan, or I didn't take my chance in Busan, so I thought I would make up for it in Japan. I kind of got a cheaper option, just the tempura king crab, but it was good and it just helped tick that checkbox. So on the way to Tokyo Tower, I saw some people riding the Mario Kart go-karts, and it did look like a fun tourist option, but I just wasn't sure if it would be worth the price, but maybe if I ever did another trip. So apparently with Tokyo Tower there are two main levels, but on the day that I went, the higher level was closed due to windy weather. To be honest, I don't know if it was super worth it for me. I mean, it's a cool view, but I think I did about 2 laps and then moved on. On the way to Tokyo Tower, I did stumble across Azabudai Hills. I didn't realize how close it was, but it was good because it was also on my list of things to kind of visit if I was nearby. This is kind of what it looked like. And just on my way out, you could see it getting dark and Tokyo Tower in the background. And last thing for the day was Tokyo Pokemon Center. Okay, so one of the things that I was supposed to do once I got to Tokyo was to buy my train ticket from Tokyo to Osaka, because I wasn't able to do it online in advance. I think because the website wasn't able to process my debit card. So that was what I had to do this morning. So this thing here, before entering the next place, was basically a purification etiquette. Wash your hands and rinse your mouth. Interestingly enough, you can see the giant 3D cat here, which I didn't even realize what it was exactly, just because there's so much going on and so much to take in at the beginning. Next I had Korean barbecue for lunch, which is cool to have Korean food in Japan, but I almost wonder if I should have had something more Japanese to eat there. One thing I was surprised with about Japan is there's a surprisingly large amount of noise pollution from people on the road. I think in particularly motorcyclists, but yeah, just something I noticed. This was Miyashita Park, and I really liked this actually. It looked really cool kind of at the time that I went. You can kind of see it's getting dark. Lights are on. Very cool vibe. There's a dance studio in the mall, which was kind of interesting. Next up was dinner, and I saw Panda Express. I've never had it before, so I wanted to try it. It was good. I thought it was good for what it is. Would I try it again? Would I buy it again? Yeah, I would. Food was kind of similar to things that I've tried before though, so it wasn't like an insane new worldly experience or anything. One cool thing that Panda Express does is they give you this fortune cookie, which I was kind of excited to try. I don't really get fortune cookies that often. Tastes okay. So the fortune cookie that I got said, "Your magnetic personality will draw people to you." So it turns out the Pokemon Center that I went to originally was the wrong one because it had Snorlax and not the Mewtwo that I was looking for. Luckily for me, this Pokemon Center was in Shibuya, which was where I was staying, so it was close by. It was a little bit tricky to find based on Google Maps, but I was able to find it. I don't know if I'd visit these places again because they're mostly stores, but certainly interesting to visit at least once.